Hey everyone, it's Ashley here with this week's Stamp Crit Repeat video for your next stamp. I have a fun little card for this week. I'm going to be sharing with you a clean and simple card, and I love the image for this week that I'm using. It's called Fairy Bear, and it is so stinking cute. So here's my card that I'm going to be showing you how I made, and this bear is precious, and she's got these sweet little fairy wings, and I have some gumdrops on here to accent the colors that I used, and this image has this cute little floral crown here on the bear, and you've got these sweet little cats. It is just so stinking cute. And then it came with some really cute sentiments on this set as well. So the one I used says, "Our friendship is magical," which it's always good to have a cute little card for sharing with friends in your stash. So I'll start out by sharing with you what I used to make my project. I used the Your Next Stamp Black Olive ink. I used these Your Next Stamp Pretty Pastel Gumdrops. They're gorgeous. I used the white, purple, and also the pink color here. And it is so nice to have those in your stash for when you're making cards. I always think they add so much to the finished product. And then I have this stamp here, and it's a really nice size. It's called Fairy Bear, and there's two different sentiments on it. You get, "Our friendship is magical," and then you also get the sentiment that says, "You are very special." And this set is a really nice size, so you can literally just stamp it onto a card base. And I really love to have markers and my images beside me when I'm watching TV and I can color. So this is a really good image to stamp out on the front of a whole bunch of cards and have them beside the TV so you can color when you have a second. So to start out with, I'm going to use an A2 sized card base with white cardstock. It's just the Recollections 120-pound cardstock. And I'm just stamping out the image here, and I'm going to put it right into the middle. And then I'm going to stamp out the sentiment here. And all the products that I used you can purchase over at the Your Next Stamp store. I will link them all in the description box below for you. So here is the card base, and this is what I was talking about. You could stamp out a whole bunch of these and then pick what colored markers you want, or pencil crayons, or whatever type of medium you want to use, and just have it in a little bag beside the TV, and you can craft. I love doing that so much. So to start out with, I used Y15 for the yellow inside all of the flowers. Then I'm going in with YG06 to do the leaves, and I'm just going to do all the leaves at once, and I'm just using this for the darkest portion. And then I'm going to blend this out using YG03, or actually, excuse me, YG00. And then I'm just blending that out there. And this was such a fun image to color. I think you could color it up so many ways. This would be really sweet for a baby card, or a Mother's Day card, or like a Grandparents' Day card. It's just so sweet. So for the next color, I'm going to do some yellow. So I'm using Y35, and I'm trying to kind of do like a pastel color tone. So I go in with Y32. For all the colors, I just use 2 color tones so that I can keep the colors light. Then I'm doing the pink. I'm using R83 and R81. And I wasn't sure at first how I was going to do the coordinated flowers, but I kind of do a pattern of yellow, pink, purple, and so that's what I kind of do around the whole crown there. So for the violet color, I use V15, and then I use V12. And I really like these 3 colors together. They're really pretty. And then I'm going to go in with the pink color tone again. And this would actually be really beautiful for fall if you colored up the floral ring on this bear's head. If you did some oranges and yellows and reds, it would just be gorgeous for the fall. So now I'm going in with the yellow color tones. And then I'm going to go back in with the purples, so V15 and V12. And then for the top portion here, I'm going to go back in with the pink color tones. And the nice thing about the Copics is you can take the lids off when you're doing crafting like this, and it won't dry them out. So I always, when I'm doing like a back and forth pattern like this, I just leave them with the caps off. So I decided for this little kitty, I would do the purple color toned flower. And then each time I go back in with the darkest color just so that I can really make that stand out. And then for the other little kitty, I go in with the pink color tone, which is the R83 and R81. This would actually be a really pretty image to color up with pencil crayons as well, like Prismacolors or any type of pencil crayons that you have. So for the base of the bear, I'm going to use 4 Copic markers that are always my favorite for brown bears. I'm using E59, E57, and I'm kind of doing like, not a flicking motion the way I would do hair, but just kind of like extending the Copic marker out when I'm doing it. Not so much like blending the colors, but kind of more like doing a slight flicking motion out and then going on with the next color, just to kind of give it that little bit of texture so it looks like the bear's fluffy. So I'm just kind of going out from where the darkest portion is. So now I'm going back in with E59, and then I'm going to go in with E57 and E55 again. And the really nice thing about this image is, see how you can kind of see little accented dimension pieces? There's parts there where it's showing you where to put the darkest portion, which I love because I can really use that to color my bear. So when you're coloring, I just went where all those little accent pieces are, and that's where I put my darkest portion, and then I just worked outwards. I just think this little bear could not be cuter. I love this image. So I'm just going back and forth with the colors. So now I'm doing the E55 in all those spots, and I'm working outwards from those spots as if those are the darkest portions. And it's really giving it a nice look as if it's accented with the texture. And then I'm going to go in with the lightest color, which is E53. And I decided to go in with E59 first, actually, and I did a little bit more of the color around the outside just so that it had enough depth and it was showing that the bear was dark enough. So I went back in with the E59, E57, then I go back in with the E55, and then I'll go in with E53 just to blend that all out. And the cats are really cute too because I like how there's 2 of them, so you can really use a lot of colors from your stash of markers. You could do like orange cats or gray cats. If you know someone who has a cat, you could color it to look like their cat. I know that's always a hit when I do cards for people, is to color up the dogs or cats to look like their actual animal, and people always just really like that a lot because they know you made that specific card just for them. So now I'm going to do the body part of this little bear, and I'm using E59, E57, and E55 again. And again, just wherever the accents are, I'm going to use that little portion. So I'm just showing you up close. So now let's do the little feet. So I'm going to go around this little foot spot here, and then I'm going to go where that little bit of accent is there. And again, I'm kind of just working my way from the darkest with each of the colors. And now I'm going in with E57. So I hope that you guys have all been having a great summer. I can't believe how fast the summer is going by. Honestly, the winter months from like January till pretty much April here in Canada, it went so slow. And then once the summer months started coming, it just went by so quickly. But we've been outside a lot and we've really been enjoying the summer here. So I hope all of you have been having a great summer as well. Fall is going to be here before we know it. I was thinking today, soon all the fall stamps are going to come out, which for some reason, it might be because my birthday's in the fall, but I just love all of the fall stamps that come out and all the beautiful colors that you can use for coloring them up. So I'm really excited to see what sets will come out for the fall. And like I said, this set would be so cute colored up for the winter, just because of the cute brownie colors of the bear, but also because the floral wreath on her head, you could really make it look cute. Like you could make it kind of look like little sunflowers, or you could make little daisies. It's just such a sweet image. So I'm going to do the body here, and again, I'm using these same color tones, and I'm just going around the little bits of cat here. And I love how the little cat has a big fluffy tail. So I'm just doing the hand here and the body. And if you really wanted to add a ton of dimension, you could go back in after this part and add some flicking motions from the outside part of the bear, but I just wanted it to be very pastel-y and kind of light toned, so I didn't end up doing that. I just left it as I had it, and I think it looks really nice with the kind of like subdued brown colors. So now let's go in with E53. And then we can do the little cat. So for the first cat, I'm going to kind of do like a brownie with kind of like an orange tinge to it. Just I wanted to make it stand out from the bear, but also I really liked all the brown colors. So to begin with, I'm using E18 and doing the same thing I did with the bear, where wherever there was little accent bits, I'm just going in with the darkest portion. And then I'm going to go in with the E15. And then once I'm finished with the E15, I'm going to use E13 to give that a really good blend. And I'm blending that all out, and then I'm going to go in with the tail and the little body there. Then for the little feet and also for the ears, I'm going to go back in with the lighter color E13, and then I'm going to blend that out with E11. And then once I do that, I'm going to go back in with the E13. It's really good to make the darker color pop, and that way I go back in with the darker color. So there's the cute little cat. I think it looks so sweet. And now I'm going to do the other cat. So for the other cat, I'm going to do, actually before I do the other cat, I forgot I go in and do the little foot here. So I just use E55 and E53. So for the other cat, I go in with kind of like a taupey gray color. It's like an earthy color. I really love this one. It's E43 and E40. So I'm just going to use those two color tones for the cat. And I'm just going in again where all the accent bits are and around the outside where kind of like the dimensional fluffy part would be. And now I'm going to go in with E40. And it's kind of like a taupey gray color. This is a really nice color tone for using on animals to color up. And then I'm going to go in the ear part with those same color tones. And I'm just going back in with the E43 to blend that out nicely. And then I wanted to kind of give a little bit of a pink tinge to the cheeks, so I took R20. I went over the little bits on their ears as well, just to give that a little bit of pink, and I went back over the pink with the E40 just to lighten it a little bit. It was a little bit too pink. And now I'm going to take my white and black jelly pen. I'm going to add on the bear 3 little white dots on the cheeks, and I'm going to add black to the eyes and the nose, and I'm going to do the same thing for the cats. So with the white jelly pen, I put 3 little white dots on the bear, and then for the cats, I just put 1 little white dot on each side. And then I just add in a few little accents, not a lot, but just a few to lighten the dark brown and also just to give it some nice accent points there. And then I just added a few on the cat as well. So now I'm going to do the wings, and for the wings, I wanted to do them a pastel color, and I wanted to show how you can blend colors that aren't necessarily in the same color tone. So I'm going to do purple, pink, and yellow for the wings. I think it will look very magical and whimsical, so I start with the V12, which is the lightest purple color I was using for the flowers, and then I go in with the R81, and I just go right over that tiny bit of purple overlapping, and then go in with a good amount of pink, and then I can take the yellow color tone, which is Y32, and blend that out and just blend it into the pink a little bit. And you could do so many different color tones for the wings, mixing and matching them, and that looks really nice like that. I do go back in just so I can get a really nice blend of all those tones. So I went in with the V12, the R81 and then the Y32 again. And I just think that really makes it look like a whimsical fairy with the colors there. So there's the little fairy wings, and I hold it up close so you can see. Now I'm going to use some gumdrops, and this is how I store my gumdrops. I just have a little ring, and that way you can kind of page through them and add on which color you'd like to use. So I'm going to use this set here, which is Pretty Pastel. I love this set so much. The color tones in it are just gorgeous. I thought I would use 3 color tones for the gumdrops here. I took a little purple one, a pink one, and then a white one. You can have so much fun with the gumdrops. They really add so much to your projects. That's my favorite part, is adding the gumdrops at the end. So now I'm going to do the same thing for the top, but I'm going to take a larger purple, a smaller pink, and then a medium-sized white. So that is my card. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Again, if you want to purchase any of these products, you can find the links in the description box. And I will see you guys in next week's video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye now.